have entered the Prep Zone. I'm Bill Gallagher. Alongside me is John Sartori, and we are in the jungle surrounded by Panthers and Lions. It is Covington at Northshore. And John, when we looked at this matchup a couple of weeks ago, it wasn't quite as intriguing as it is now. Covington coming off a couple of losses, and Northshore's putting some things together finally. What should we look for and expect from the Panthers tonight?
Well, Northshore is finally getting the ball rolling as a football team on both sides of the football. They're coming off a 38-0 win over Hammond last week, which was their second win of the season. And now, if Matt Harvey and this Northshore offense can get going tonight, this might be their best opportunity to pull the upset over Covington tonight.
And Covington comes in here after losing 2 straight, which does not happen very often for the Lions. Their playoff hopes still very much alive, but they've got to find a way to come out on top tonight. What are they going to need to do to make this a successful night for the Covington Lions?
Well, they're going to have to succeed on both sides of the ball, is something that they didn't do last week against Fontainebleau, an upset loss for the Lions, 23-22 against the Bulldogs. Look out for Markel Hollins to really carry the team offensively. He's a playmaker. He can run and throw, and he's going to be an X factor beating that Northshore defense tonight, and I think that is what's going to carry Covington to a victory tonight.
So we have got a must-win situation for both of these ball clubs tonight. It's sure to be an exciting one. You are in the Prep Zone. Pre-game here with Coach Berg from the Northshore Panthers. Coach, it seems like you guys finally put everything together last week, 38-0 offense and defense. What finally got rolling for you guys as a team last week?
Bill, we just executed. Offensively we executed, and we had kids make plays. And when you got kids make plays, good things happen. And defensively we stepped up. Covington's really good, a good football team, and we're going to have to play even better to have a chance to beat these guys. But look, I'm proud of my kids, and I think they're going to play hard tonight. And if we execute and get a couple breaks, there's no doubt we can win a football game.
And tonight, you guys have an atmosphere down here where I can tell you're excited, the staff's excited, you guys feel like you have a chance to win. If you could put your finger on one thing that you guys got to do tonight, what's one thing that's going to be a key to you guys coming out on top tonight?
Obviously we know we got to stop Brumfield, but offensively we got to control the ball. If we keep him off the field, then he can't run for the yards he runs for, and we have to control the ball and control the clock. And if we can do that, somewhat do that, I think we have a chance. But I think we stop him by keeping the ball on offense. That's what we hope to do.
Pre-game here with Coach Salter of Covington. Coach, you guys have had some ups and downs thus far this year. Talk to us a little bit about where you guys are, and where your team's focus is right now at this point in the season.
Well, it's got to be just simply focus on tonight and the task at hand tonight. It has been a season of ups and downs. We've had a lot of injuries this year, but to our kids' credit, they continue to battle and continue to every week give us an opportunity at the end of the game to win a game. Unfortunately, we haven't won every one of them, and I think every team in the district would like to say they have. But the only thing that we can control is what goes on tonight, and our kids are excited about the opportunity.
Well, the district is still wide open as far as the number of teams that are going to qualify for the playoffs. This is an important game for both of these teams as well. What do you guys need to do to be successful tonight against Northshore?
Well, I think we just need to continue to do what we've been doing. Our kids are continuing. We want to be better at the end of the night, going into Hammond next week, and then continue to get better every time we step out on the field. Right now, we're going to have a lot of new faces in there due to some injuries. Some kids that are hungry and excited for the opportunity. And I expect those guys to play well, along with the returning slew of guys that have been playing well all year. So, obviously we need to do a little bit better job being consistent. Our consistency is the main thing. And again, a lot of new faces tributes to that, but it's also not an excuse either. So, and we're not going to harp on that. We're gonna play our best tonight.
Week 8 of the Prep Zone, Northshore and Covington. From the jungle, Christian Garcia gets us underway. Line drive kick, fielded by Dominic Brown. They'll fake the reverse to Blanks. Cutting it upfield is Brown, and he's brought down at the 22-yard line by what looked to be Khalil Fleming, 5'10", 145-pound sophomore. They'll mark the ball at the 24-yard line, and that is where Markel Hollins, Devin Brumfield, and company will start their first drive.
It'll be interesting to see what and company looks like tonight here, John. As Coach Salter said, this is a rebuilt offensive line here for the Covington Lions.
We're going to see Josh Alfaro starting the game at quarterback. He hands it off to Brumfield on first down across the 25-yard line to the 27.
Well, we talked about some of the injuries that has plagued Covington throughout the year. One of the ones we haven't talked about recently was Hollins.
Talking to Coach before the game, he did mention that Hollins would play. So, interesting move by Coach, as on second down, this play is blown up at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Brumfield on the play. Tackle made by Kamon Smith. And it is 3rd down and 10 for Covington.
And then Kamon Smith and the rest of that defensive line has played very well in stretches this year for Northshore, and they look like they're off to a hot start here this evening.
We'll see if Alfaro can throw the ball on 3rd down. Straight drop, beautiful throw, but great coverage on the play from Hedgeman Carter, and it's a 3-and-out for Covington.
Yeah, there was some miscommunication there. That ball wasn't thrown exactly where that route was headed, and I don't think it would have mattered because the coverage was very good. So Northshore's defense stiff for the first series here. Going to force a punt by the Hollins-less Covington offense.
Taj Clements back deep to receive. Low snap, but a good punt. High, and it will not move much. It's down by Tyler Evans near midfield. They'll mark the ball at the 47-yard line, and that is where Walter Harris III and the Northshore offense will get their first possession of the game.
Well, Coach Berg talked pre-game with us about keeping Brumfield off the field. He's taking his first step in that direction with a 3-and-out right there. They got good field position for the Panthers to the offense to work from here.
Pistol formation on first down. Borg in motion. Play action, pressure coming off the edge. Stepping up is Harris. Looks to get rid of it, and it's incomplete. Great effort from Harris to get rid of the football as the pass went between the hands of Tyler Powell. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Harris nearly turned what was almost a big sack into a short completion to Powell right there. Really, it's a positive just that he got out of the grip of the defensive lineman there and got rid of the football. Lived for 2nd and 10 instead of 2nd and 16.
Second down and 10. Borg in motion. Harris on the pitch to Harvey, cutting it upfield, getting a block, and will be tackled in Covington territory at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's 3rd down and 6.
Well, and that's more of what we expected to see initially from Northshore, and that was getting the ball in Harris's hands, ball control on offense. A little surprised by the pass call on first down by the Panthers, but it's part of the game plan there, is keep Covington on their toes.
It'll be 4 wide on 3rd down. Harris will throw. Play action, rolling, dumping it off, and this one is incomplete. Intended for DJ Myers. And it is a 3-and-out for Northshore now. Neither offense able to get a first down on their first possession.
Well, Myers is going to be dangerous for them when he gets the ball in his hands, but he's also going to have to do a little bit better of a job in the backfield there, blocking to let that play develop. Because the pass rush is coming in very quickly off the edges there, and it's really not giving Harris any time to get his feet set and let the play develop.
Tyson Blanks back deep to receive the Christian Garcia punt. This one angling towards the sideline and will land out of bounds inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. And we'll see if Markel Hollins comes onto the field. We see him on the sideline, but he is not in the huddle.
Well, I'll tell you what's interesting, John, is he was on the field just now for that punt return. He was the short man on that punt return, so it can't be totally a health issue. You just got to wonder if there's something else going on that sideline. You're not there all week with him. Don't know what has developed throughout the week for that Lions team.
So Alfaro will get his second drive of the game. Handoff on first down. Tackled at the 25-yard line was Austin Schnecksnyder, the 5'11", 185-pound senior who has done a good job spelling Brumfield when needed this year.
Yeah, well, if Hollins is not going to be in, then Schnecksnyder is going to have to do a good job of mixing things up to keep Brumfield fresh back there.
2nd and 8. This time it is Brumfield with some room. Breaks a tackle across the 45 and tackled at the 47-yard line. And that is what Coach Borg was worried about pregame, is the ability of Devin Brumfield to make plays happen.
Yeah, and initial contact was made with where it would have just been a short gain. Brumfield just kept those legs churning.
This is Brumfield one more time. Gets a block, needs one more, will not get it, but it is another Covington first down. Gain of 12 for Brumfield, brought down from behind by Justin Showalter.
Well, it looks like this is the recipe for success right here early on for Covington, and that is getting Brumfield the ball difficult to take down.
This time it will be kept on the outside, and look at the burst. Breaking a tackle down to the 15-yard line. Alfaro shows a great burst there. The 6'2", 190-pound sophomore gets the Lions into the red zone.
Alfaro's doing his best Markel Hollins impression right there. Oh, we talked about off camera the ability for them to stop not only Brumfield but also Hollins and his legs, and I'll tell you what, Alfaro looks good.
Handoff Brumfield, brought down quickly that time at the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Taj Clements on the stop.
Well, Covington continues to move the football. Even on that defensive stop by Northshore was a pickup of 6. Much more effective second drive here of the ball game for the Lions.
Schnecksnyder, big hole, end zone, touchdown. Touchdown Covington, touchdown Austin Schnecksnyder. And Covington, their first drive got them nothing. Their second drive is what we came in expecting. Right down the field running the football, and it is 6-0 Lions.
Yeah, and like you said, that's what we expected to see. That's the game plan for the Lions. Run the ball, control the clock, especially if they're going to play this young quarterback.
Devin Jenkins on for the extra point, and he powers it through the uprights. About midway through the first quarter from Northshore, the Lions strike first. The score is Covington 7 and Northshore nothing. DJ Myers back deep to receive as Northshore looks to equalize now, down 7-0. And this kick will angle towards the sideline. That's a live ball. Fielded, looking for a block that is not there. Was Khalil Fleming tackled inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Initial contact made by Tyler Evans of Covington.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there on Northshore's side, returning that kickoff. As you said, that was a live ball. Bounced around for a couple of seconds there before being taken in by Fleming. Northshore's got to get something positive going in this drive. Obviously, they would like to get in the end zone here, but at least get a couple of first downs, find some rhythm here, give their defense a little bit of a break after that long drive where Covington just pounded them down the field.
Lions show blitz. They come with it. Handoff Harvin. He's met in the backfield by a host of Lions. The stop will be credited to number 32, Cole Cavallo, 5'11", 190-pound running back, playing some defense for Covington.
Yeah, we saw when we were able to cover Northshore earlier in the year, Harvey gets stronger as the game went on. Like we said, he doesn't have that breakaway burst of speed, but he's got to find something positive here early on for this to be a game that even matters late.
That was DeRay Daringsburg on the stop on first down. As on second down, Harvey able to get some positive yardage past the original line of scrimmage. And it will be third, and we'll call it 8.
And we've seen a lot of offenses this year, John, in this situation, 3rd and long, that are predominantly run-based offenses really struggle. And that's where we see Northshore right now.
Passing situation for Harris. Blitz coming, throwing it downfield, looking for Powell. Plenty of contact, but they're going to say that the ball was not catchable on the coverage from Tyler Evans, as Harris threw a bomb up there looking for Tyler Powell, and it is still a 3-and-out for Northshore. The Panthers still looking for their first down tonight.
Yeah, again, the defensive line pressure right there by Covington. Harris had to get rid of the ball a little bit sooner than he would have liked. He overthrows Powell.
Tyson Blanks back deep for Covington. Rugby-style punt, almost blocked, but it is a great punt, and this will take a Northshore roll down to the 31-yard line. Excellent punt from number 17, Jacob Lovett, 5'8", 150-pound junior.
Yeah, that was over a 50-yard punt from where it was down. They kicked that from just inside their own 20. So he had about a 52-yard punt right there. Again, though, not the break that Northshore's defense would have liked to have had after being systematically driven down the field on the previous drive.
It'll be a pass for Alfaro. Pressure coming off the edge, and Taj Clements drops him. No one picked up Taj Clements on the corner blitz, and that might be the break Northshore needs, as it's 2nd and long for Covington.
Yeah, they were looking for Brumfield out of the backfield the whole time on that play, and number 13, Prince Lobo, did a great job of picking Brumfield up immediately. He was never an option, and by the time they turned to look for a second option, it was too late. Nice play right there by the Northshore defense.
2-back set on 2nd down. Handoff Brumfield up the middle. Gets a block and will be tackled 3 yards shy of the first down. Stop made by Prince Lobo. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Well, it's clear what Northshore's got to do here. It's just a matter of can they get it done. They make one big play on defense, and I mean, Brumfield just gobbled all those yards right back up and put him in a 3rd and short situation. You've got to imagine Brumfield's getting the call here again.
Maryland I formation. Power against power. Brumfield gets the handoff, and the ball is loose, and Northshore has the football. Number 59, Jacob Shama on the recovery, and Northshore has excellent starting field position following the turnover.
Well, that's something you just don't see happen very often from Brumfield. And John, look, we got Markel Hollins playing cornerback on defense right now for Covington. So there's definitely been some shakeup for Covington High this week.
You see Hollins there at the bottom of your screen on Jacob Board. Board goes in motion. Handoff Matt Harvey on 1st down. He falls forward across the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Well, you know, with Coach Salter talking about some of the injuries that Covington has sustained, perhaps he felt like with that young offensive line that they were not going to do as much with Hollins offensively as they would normally do. And he clearly has an able-bodied sophomore taking snaps back there. Highland can be extremely valuable for them in coverage here on defense.
Oregon motion again on 2nd down and 6. Harris will drop. Screen pass to Harvey. Looked like he short-armed that one. Incomplete. And Northshore faces another 3rd down.
Yeah, had a little bit of pressure right there on Harris, made him throw that ball up a little higher than he would have liked. Harvey just couldn't quite get his hands on it. That's going to put them in another likely passing situation. And anytime you see Harvey off the field for Northshore, you feel a little bit less confident for them. Just brings a little bit more moxie to that offense.
The Iron Man, Taj Clements, will line up at running back. Play action to Harris. Pressure coming over the middle. Clements climbs the ladder and has the 1st down. A great play as Harris dumped that one off perfectly for Clements out of the backfield. And Northshore has their first down.
And we said in the first game when we saw Salmon and Northshore play in week 2, our first look at Northshore, we were a little surprised that we didn't see his number called a little bit more often because he is so dangerous when he gets the ball in his hands. Great 3rd down play right there. Great 3rd down call by Coach Berg.
1st down and 10 at the 25. Pitch play to Harvey, looking for a block on the outside, cutting it up and tackled at the 20-yard line. A sizable gain of 5, and a flag comes in late.
That's a nice pickup right there by Harvey. He gets a break on that 3rd down play. Clemens makes a big play for him. Harvey comes in a little bit refreshed. That's a nice pickup, and it looks like they're going to be moving in the right direction for Northshore.
There's 15 more yards from the spot. So we'll see if they mark it half the distance or at the 5-yard line. So they'll count it off. And it will be 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. 10 yards to gain for Northshore to try to equalize this one in the late stages of the 1st quarter. 7-0 Covington on top. Number 32, Cole Cavallo in the backfield for Northshore. Handoff Cavallo, who cannot sidestep a tackle but does fall forward to get back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, no gain on 1st down.
Yeah, Cavallo is one of those young guys that Northshore is real high on. He's also a baseball player, and talking with Coach Rivero before the game, he's a guy that they're going to look to lean on a lot more heavily, particularly next year, with Harvey being a senior in his absence.
2nd down and goal from the 10. Morgan motion. Harris pitch to the opposite side. Harvey falls forward. Tackle made by number 40, Anthony Ford. Again, no gain, and it is 3rd down and goal from the 10.
Yeah, I mean, the defensive line right now, particularly those guys on the edge for Covington, are getting into the backfield. He had 3 guys in the backfield right there. By the time that Harvey caught that pitch, he had nowhere to go. He's lucky he even got back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the 3rd and long play call is this time for the Panthers. They picked up a big 1st down last time. 3rd and goal here.
10 on the play clock. Northshore needs to get this play off. Down to 5. Harris will take the snap. Play action. Throwing. Incomplete. He was looking for DJ Myers. Even if Myers had caught that one, it would have been shy of the goal line.
Yeah, you wonder at what distance that would have been 4 down territory for Coach Berg. 3rd and goal from the 10. If he picks up 5 right there, do they go for it? Field goal unit on the team now.
It'll be a 27-yarder for the freshman, Christian Garcia, who has struggled this year. Snap, hold, kick up. Plenty of leg on this one, and the play was called dead. This might be offsides against Covington. And that's a break for Covington. As since it was a dead ball, the play was not run, and Northshore will have to run this play again.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and we saw that a couple of times earlier in the year where you see the holder pull the ball up on those dead ball calls. Don't let the kicker get a kick off, because either way, it's not a good thing. If you make it, you're thinking, oh, I wish that one would have counted. If you miss it, now it's in your head that you missed it. No matter what, you hate kicking one off right there.
It will now be a 22-yarder from the left hash mark for Garcia. This one has the same result as the first. North Shore is on the board, but Covington still leads. The score late in the first quarter is the Covington Lions 7 and the North Shore Panthers 3. Christian Garcia to get us back underway late in the first quarter. Line drive kick fielded, and it will be another fake reverse. Dominic Brown with it toward the sideline, and Brown doomed himself from the start. Tackle made by Tyler Powell. Brown doomed himself from the start, running towards the sideline and basically adding a 12th defender for North Shore, as the Panthers just had to contain him there on the sideline, and it was easy tackle.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Powell right there. Not trying to do anything cute. He knew he had the sideline to help him out right there, and he made a nice play.
Covington will start beyond their own 20 at the 21-yard line.
We still see Alfaro in at quarterback for the Lions.
Alfaro on the handoff on first down. Brumfield, tough running, and he is near a first down. It looks like he has it. Gain of 11, and another Covington first down.
You know, what we do have here is a little bit of a glimpse the next couple of years for Covington, what it's going to look like in the backfield with Alfaro, a sophomore. Of course, Brumfield is only a sophomore himself.
This is Sneck Snyder with plenty of room. Foot race down the sideline and tackled by Jeremiah McDonald, who saved the touchdown. Tackle made at the 45-yard line, and Covington is running the ball at will.
They really are, and they're doing it with multiple guys.
But there is a flag down, and this one might be coming back.
Well, that'd be a big break for North Shore right now. As we said, they needed some help on offense controlling the football to give this defense a break. The defense got a little bit of a break right there. But, I mean, it's just back to the same old for Covington, gashing the ball down the field here.
Still no indication on what the foul is, as they will waive off the penalty. The play will stand, and it'll be first down and 10 for Covington at the North Shore 45-yard line. Handoff Brumfield up the middle. This time, not much room. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Still a nice pickup there by Brumfield. You know, that's what will get frustrating as the game wears on, where you feel like you're making plays and you're shutting Brumfield down. He's still picking up 5 yards. I mean, that's just discouraging for the defense right there.
2nd down. Brumfield one more time, moving the pile, and it will be 3rd down and a long one, as I believe we have reached the end of the first quarter. There's a stoppage in play.
I'll tell you what, Coach Salter was talking about the fact that they have 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen not playing. There's a lot of teams out there that would like to have these 4 replacements, because these guys are getting the job done down in the trenches right now. They're moving the pile against this North Shore defensive line.
The scoreboard at North Shore High is out, so we do not have the luxury of knowing the time. So that's why it sounds like I'm guessing the time up here, folks, as a flag is called against Covington. So another big break for North Shore, as this could be a passing situation for Covington. And Alfaro is 0 for 1 on the night.
There's a lot of confusion down there on the field. Part of it, obviously, is like you said, there's no clock up there for us to look at.
It will be a pass. Pressure coming off the edge. Alfaro deep down the sideline, and what a throw it was! Touchdown! Staying in bounds was Kajon Baptiste, who found the end zone on an absolute dime from Josh Alfaro. 13-3, Covington.
Nice play on offense right there. It's a great grab, well thrown ball. Ran underneath it and caught it, and it was difficult to tell from our angle whether he even had possession of that ball.
Extra point from Devin Jenkins is up and is good. Late stages, first quarter. Covington strikes for the second time. The score is the Covington Lions 14 and the Northshore Panthers 3. Devin Jenkins gets us back underway. Deep kick, fielded inside the 10. Full ahead of steam for Tyler Powell, who makes it out to near the 30-yard line. And that was DJ Myers on the return. Northshore has just not gotten the offense going. Their 3 points came when they had a very short field in front of them of just about 30 yards. So now down 2 scores. Can the Panthers get a drive together and get points on the board to cut into the lead?
Well, they've got to. They got to find a way to move the ball downfield right here, and they really need a touchdown here because they're not playing that poorly. But if they don't show that they can move the ball offensively, that defensive line is going to start pinning their ears back even more than they already are.
Hand off Harvey on first down, lowering his shoulder and getting 3 or 4 on first down, second down and 6.
And you see right now you got 8 in the box for Covington.
And this will be the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1, it has been all Covington. The score, the Covington Lions 14 and the Northshore Panthers 3.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
Start of the second quarter from Northshore High School. 14-3, Covington on top. The Lions will load the box. Oh, what a hit Matt Harvey took from number 32 to Ray Darensburg. And there's a lot of pushing and shoving down there.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, yeah, you know, that's not a good flag because that was a blatant late hit. Harris got up, Harvey, got up obviously agitated. And you always tell kids the second guy always gets caught. Let me tell you something, that official saw both of those shots and he let the first one go. So you really want to hope the right thing gets done here, which is they should get waived off, offsetting penalties.
There's a false start on Northshore. And then after it looks like they will waive it off. No, dead ball against Northshore and Matt Harvey. And every single fan on the Northshore side disagrees with that one. And I have to agree with them there. But nonetheless, it'll now be first down and 25 for Northshore. Or it'll be second down.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. Not really in agreement with that call either. I mean, Harvey's your feature back. He takes a ridiculous shot right there, clearly after the whistle. Harvey had stopped.
At this point, we just hope that things don't start to get ugly, as there is a lot of talking between North Shore's offense and Covington's defense.
North Shore really needs to refocus here. Get themselves some positive yards so they can try, if nothing else, to try and flip the field here on Covington. Because the last thing we want to do right here with a 2nd and long is give this Lions rushing attack a short field to work with.
So now we are finally ready for play on 2nd and 25. Harris is going to throw. Pressure coming off the edge. Dumps it off. A beautiful pass is dropped by number 32, Cole Cavallo. North Shore thought there should have been a pass interference. No call, and it will be 3rd and 25. And we'll see what Coach Ward draws up. Will he try to go for the first down with a pass, or will he play it safe and try to give his punt team more room by just running the football?
Well, you're going to be looking at what would appear to be the 2nd consecutive play here, 2nd and long, 3rd and long, with Matt Harvey on the sideline in this obvious passing situation.
The Panthers need the 41-yard line for a first down. They're at the 20. Drop back, Harris stepping up, throwing it deep downfield, looking for DJ Myers. Pass falls incomplete, and there is some more shoving. You do not see it on your screen, but yet again, things are getting out of hand.
Yeah, and it's kind of early. Got a long way to go here, as number 77, Jake Kennedy, had his helmet lost in the melee during that play.
We'll see which way this penalty goes.
You know, we were looking downfield at the throw, so we didn't see what happened.
They're going to call an illegal receiver downfield. That penalty is declined, and it'll be 4th down, so there is no penalty on the extracurricular activity, and it will be 4th down and long. And we'll see, with the ball spotted at the 20-yard line, if Covington pins their ears back on the punt. We'll find out after the break. Timeout North Shore. Early 2nd quarter, Covington 14 and North Shore 3. Out of the timeout, Jacob Lovett on to punt. Covington will not show block. Blanks back deep to receive. A good punt from Lovett again. This one will take a slight Panther bounce, and now a Covington one. It is down by number 44 for North Shore, Jacob Dowden, at the Covington 49-yard line. And Covington, with the way this North Shore offense has been playing, could put this game away early with a touchdown here.
Yeah, the best thing I can say about that last drive for North Shore is that with some of the confusion, the penalties, and some of the extracurriculars that went on, it did serve to give their defense a little bit of a break, much longer than it should have. But yeah, they've got to get a stop right here. Emotions are definitely high. They got to settle in.
There should have been a penalty on Covington for breaking the huddle with 12 men. None was called. None were called, as the screen pass goes outside to Alonjay Earlycut, who gets across midfield and is right at the first down. It will be 2 yards shy, 2nd and 2. On that previous play, Mason Salona had to run off the field as there were 12 men on the field for Covington. No penalty was called as Devin Brumfield on first down turns the corner and falls forward to the 20-yard line. And Covington is running the ball at will, and North Shore can do nothing to stop it.
Yeah, North Shore is not being very effective right here, stopping the run, as you can see. North Shore with 8 in the box.
It
works that time as Snecksnyder is tackled after a gain of 1 by number 59, Jacob Shama, who had the fumble recovery early in the first quarter for Northshore.
Northshore's going to need a lot more of that. They're going to have to gamble a little bit and just stack the box here and hope that they can stop the run and that their secondary can make a play if they do pass.
Brumfield cuts it up, and he has a touchdown. Touchdown Covington, touchdown Devin Brumfield from 19 yards out, and Covington has opened this lead up to 17 points, 18 barring the extra point, 20-3 Lions over Northshore.
Yeah, and that's the other thing now. If you're gonna stack the box, you can't let the running back get outside, and that's what Brumfield did. And that's what makes him so good, is the combination of speed and power that he has. He can run between the tackles. He can also get outside and turn the corner, which is what he did right there. Nobody there to stop him.
The Lions will run an extra lineman on late. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. About midway through the second quarter, the score is now Covington 21 and Northshore 3. We are now back underway as Devin Jenkins floats one up. It is fielded by DJ Myers. Looking for some blocks, splits it up, and will get out to the 34-yard line. A flag is down near the 21-yard line.
The location of that flag likely means that it's on Northshore, and that's too bad because that's their best return thus far by Myers, who finally picked up almost 30 yards in that return.
And it will go against Northshore. A block in the back. And that is another shot in the back for the Panthers, who have just not got many calls to go their way ever since the early stages of the first quarter. And they will have an 89-yard field in front of them, starting at their own 11-yard line.
Yeah, the Panthers are going to have to find a way to get something going here, because at 21-3, already starting to get a little bit out of reach. This is certainly not an offense that is built to come from behind.
Walter Harris, a quarterback who is a dual threat. We'll see if they allow him to get outside the pocket and try to make a play with his legs. 5 on the play clock on first down. Harris will keep it himself and is met in the backfield by number 40, Anthony Ford. The read option was read perfectly by Covington that time.
Yeah, this Covington defense is flying around, literally jumping and flying around to the football right now. They are hyped up. They are moving very quickly. They're taking some risks, but they're making plays. And that's not good news right now for the Panthers.
Loss of 5 on first down. Second down and 15. Harris will throw. Stepping up, throwing deep, and it is intercepted. Tyler Evans coming back the other way, needs a block, and he has a touchdown. Touchdown Covington, touchdown Tyler Evans, rocking the crib on the pick 6, and it is 27-3 Covington as Evans read that pass perfectly and then turned on the Jets, returning it all the way for the touchdown.
Well, we just finished saying this is not an offense that's built to come from behind, and one of the things we mean by that is it's not an offense built to drop back and throw the ball. And we've seen that all year long here with these high school teams, and that is when you make a team that's predominantly a run team throw the ball, the results are not usually good.
Jenkins' extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And Covington's lead is 25. Second quarter, it is Covington 28 and Northshore 3. Devin Jenkins, who has been a very busy man tonight, kicks this one off, and it will find the end zone for a touchback. Jenkins has done a good job reading the Northshore return men tonight of where they're lining up, and he's found
the empty space, and that time it works for a touchback.
Yeah, a lot of times you see high school teams put 2 guys deep. North Shore just puts 1 guy deep, and you have a kicker who can pinpoint that spot. It's kind of run North Shore around on kickoffs and not giving them a chance for anything real positive thus far.
Walter Harris still in at quarterback. We could see his brother Oren take some snaps at quarterback. We have not seen it yet tonight, as if North Shore is going to stage a comeback, it needs to start now in the second quarter. Panthers down 28-3 to Covington. 4 wide on first down with Harvey in the backfield. Handoff Harvey. Still nowhere to go. No gain on first down, as the Covington defense has looked as about as strong as you could hope for in this first half.
Yeah, if I'm North Shore right now, you know, you're down big, nothing's really working on offense, you're a run-first kind of team. I'm taking 3 downs right here, and I'm running the football, trying to reestablish it. If you don't punt it, that's fine. That's what you've been getting anyway. The passing game's not going to be effective at this point in time. Establish Harvey.
Harris throwing, pass complete, and tackled at the 26-yard line. Finally, DJ Myers gets his hands on the football. Something I'm noticing out of North Shore, that's the 4th or 5th time that when Harris has gone to play fake, there's no one there to fake to. He's faking to no one, and that's why those pass plays have not worked. You're not going to fool Covington, there's no one to fool him with.
Yeah, it's a little bit different of a look than we've seen so far this year from North Shore.
Another passing situation on third down. Screen pass, this may be a lateral. It will not be. Pass falls incomplete. The result is the same for North Shore. A 3-and-out and another punt upcoming.
That's the second time we've seen that play call, and it's been the same result both times. The play just doesn't have time to develop because of that pass rush by Covington. They're just too big, getting their hands up right there. There's no time for it to develop. He's overthrown Harvey both times. We're going to see the punt unit again.
Jacob Lovett has done an excellent job tonight punting the football, as Tyson Blanks has been unable to receive a punt tonight. This one will take a Panther roll inside the 45 and down to 44 by Seth Collins. A 46-yard field in front of Covington, who can really just put this game to bed with even a field goal if they haven't yet. But they can put the dagger in North Shore before halftime with a touchdown here.
Yeah, North Shore just needs to stop. They need to stop to get some kind of positive thing here, a little bit of momentum on defense. And then again, just go to that running game, keep the clock moving, because one of the things we saw just now was the clock stopping when they're trying to pass the ball. Just trying to get into halftime without any further damage. Try and regroup a little bit and come back out fresh for the second half of this football game and treat it like it's a 0-0 game and just try and get something positive going.
Oren Harris is warming up at quarterback on the North Shore sideline, so we'll see if we see a change at quarterback for North Shore on their next drive. Now Covington with the ball. Alfaro looking, and he has a beautiful arm, a beautiful pass to Tyson Blanks inside the 35 to the 34. Alfaro looks like a little bit better of a passer than Markel Hollins in the limited time that we did see Hollins against Salmon this year. Alfaro, as a sophomore, delivers a beautiful ball.
Yeah, Hollins, you know, certainly is a very gifted athlete, as you can tell by the fact that they're using him on defense as well.
Brumfield on first down will travel inside the 30-yard line.
You know, Covington's a good football team, good football program. They've lost in consecutive weeks here for the first time all season. They've never lost 3 games in a row since Coach Salter has taken over. So maybe he just felt like it was time to move some things around a little bit.
Blitz coming. Alfaro has to use his legs and will be dropped.
North Shore wanted a hold. As the trend continues, it will not go the fans' way. No flag. It is 3rd down and 1, as there was no gain. Three wide near side, 1 far. Brumfield, see ya. Touchdown, Covington. Touchdown, Devin Brumfield. There was no Panthers on the right side of the football. Handoff was to the right. Brumfield walked in untouched. 34-3 Covington. That was just too easy, Coach.
Yeah, it was. And it's almost like a little bit of the air has come out of this North Shore defense, who, you know, try to have some positive plays early on, but it's tough to remain positive when you're just being run on up and down the field like this.
That they have. About midway through the second quarter, 35-3 is our score. Covington over North Shore. Devin Jenkins has got to be getting tired with all these kickoffs. He kicks off another one, which is fielded at the 6 by DJ Myers, who cuts it upfield, has some room, breaks the tackle, and falls down at the 34-yard line. If he kept his footing, he only had the kicker and Jenkins to beat. But the North Shore crowd appreciates the effort, and the Panthers will start another offensive drive at their own 35-yard line.
Well, that's what they need to see more of right there, is guys like Myers trying to work hard and make plays and give them something to be positive about, get a little bit of momentum going.
Pistol formation on 1st down. Orrin Harris hands off to Harvey, who was brought down hard at the 37-yard line. So we do see the change at quarterback for North Shore finally. And we have a stoppage in play for an injury. Number 77, Jake Kennedy, will be able to walk off the field under his own power. And he is visibly frustrated on the North Shore sideline. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Harris will throw. Pressure coming. Slip screen, has some room. But that room goes away quickly. Pass complete to Ethan Swan. Tyler Evans on the stop as North Shore picks up a 1st down. Well-designed play from the Panthers there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the first chance you've had in a while there, John. I say North Shore has picked up a 1st down, and hopefully they can put a couple together here. As you see some of the frustration starting to mount on the Panther side.
Handoff. Tackle after a gain of 1. Number 35. Justin Iko Namapoulos on the stop.
You see Savalo getting the carry again there for the Panthers, giving Harvey a little bit of a break.
Allow me to correct myself. That was Adam Day on the stop.
You made that last name a lot harder than you needed to there, John.
Just about to say.
You added about 6 syllables.
2nd down and 9 for North Shore. Play action. Harris throwing it deep. Got a man. Incomplete. Tyler Powell turned into a defensive back, trying to keep what looked like Markel Hollins, and it was Hollins, away from the football that time. 3rd down and 9.
And as you pointed out earlier, John, we can continue to see both Harrises when they're dropping back, go into a play action, but to no back instead of just a straight drop. And we've seen a lot of overthrows tonight.
Play action one more time, third down. Nice pass, complete to Taj Clements, right at the sticks. They're gonna give him the mark, and a second first down on this drive for North Shore. So Orrin Harris has come in and has performed much better than his brother Walter had. In his first drives, North Shore picks up their second first down of the drive.
And you actually had play action to Cavallo right there, so I think that bought them a little bit more time. Saw Harris able to set his feet and make a nice throw right there for a first down pickup. So you got consecutive first downs right there for the Panthers.
Pressure coming off the edge. Harris will roll, take off and run, and will get out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And that is something that we have not seen from North Shore, is allowing the quarterback to run.
Yeah, we really haven't, and both of the Harris brothers are good athletes. Neither of them with breakaway speed, but certainly capable runners. And we have not seen them until just now. And that was a nice pickup, getting you halfway there to potentially a third consecutive first down, which tonight is uncharted territory for the Panthers.
Interesting decision, as the Panthers will put Walter Harris back in the game, with Orrin performing very well.
Well, I don't know who took care of the scoreboard, but I can tell you one thing. Coach Tom Gainey's over there, and he will absolutely take full credit for repairing that scoreboard.
On 2nd and 5, Harris will try to run, and there is nowhere to go. Tackle made by number 60, Liam Vinciforia. Gain of 1 on the play. It'll be third down and manageable. Third and about 5.
I'll tell you what, Orrin Harris on the play before that picked up positive yards with his feet. I think the North Shore offense thought that they saw something that they could exploit in the Covington defense, so they put in Walter to try and make something happen. Now you see Orrin back in again now. So third and manageable, though.
Clements in motion to the far side. Play action pass. Harris getting outside of the pocket, now dropped. Sack time. Number 40, Anthony Ford, who has had a whale of a first half.
Well, and you know, both of these Harris brothers, one's a sophomore, one's a senior, but both of them are in their first year, really taking a lot of snaps at quarterback. And your 3rd and 5 right there, you got to get rid of that football. The only thing you don't want to happen is take that sack, put yourself 4th and 12, 4th and 5, and you got a manageable 4th down situation. Now you're predictable, you got to throw the ball. Yeah, he really has to get rid of that football.
We'll see if Coach Borg has a change of heart when we come back. 4th down when we come back. Covington 35 and North Shore 3 in the second quarter. Coach Borg did have that change of heart. Jacob Lovett on to punt. Rugby style punt. Lovett gets rid of it. It will bounce inside the 20, out of bounds at the 15-yard line. First down and 10 from the 15-yard line. So Covington looking to add to the lead as Josh Alfaro still in at quarterback. Handoff Brumfield on first down. North Shore makes a stop at the line of scrimmage. Number 7, Keemon Smith, who was the hero of that victory against Salmon in week 2, making a nice stop there.
Yeah, Keemon had that big interception to finish off any threat that Salmon had at the end of that game. North Shore can only hope to have as exciting of a finish to this game at the rate we're going right now.
Austin Schneckschneider on second down takes a shot. What a hit that was from Khalil Fleming. or that was Vince Cuccia on the stop. 5'11", 160-pound senior, lowering the boom.
I'm going to tell you right now, that is as hard as you can hit when you're 5'11", 160. It's not possible to hit harder than that.
Alfaro will throw on third down. Beautiful throw, caught, turning upfield, and tackled inside the 45 to the 43-yard line was Kajan Baptiste. And yet again, North Shore on offense has nothing but 3 and outs, and when they get Covington in third down, they've only been able to make 1 stop tonight, and that's why they're losing by such a substantial margin in this first half.
Yeah, and it's too bad because you saw Smith and Cuccia have 2 big plays right there on defense, and then they give up a big passing play. And
here's Brumfield one more time. Gain of about 4 inside the 4 to the 38. Coach, I got to tell you, Josh Alfaro and Devin Brumfield are both sophomores, along with Kajan Baptiste, who is a huge target for this team, along with Alonja Earlycutt, who is a junior. This team next year and the year after that, you don't want to look ahead, but they could be extremely dangerous as this pass goes too long, looking for Tyson Blanks.
And, you know, we haven't seen Covington since week 3 against Salmon. There's a much different look and feel to this Covington offense with the added aspect of Alfaro throwing the ball. And, you know, we didn't see them last week or the few weeks leading up to this game. We don't know what North Shore has seen from them on film coming into this game. I can tell you, if they've seen nothing but Hollins taking snaps, and that could partially have something to do with the results early on here.
Slip screen for Brumfield is too high, almost intercepted by number 44, Jacob Dowden. It will be 4th down and 6. Covington looks like they're going to stay on the field.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. There's no reason for Covington not to go for it right now. They've been very effective throwing and running the ball. So the key is going to be at halftime, and not that you're going to come back and win this game down 35-3, but the key is going to be what kind of adjustments North Shore can make to Alfaro being back there.
Alfaro's throw is caught by Blanks, who cannot hang on to it. An excellent play made by Khalil Fleming to separate Blanks from the ball. Blanks recognizes how nice of a play it was. And North Shore gets off the field. The crowd appreciates it. It is 1st down, North Shore.
I'll tell you what, that's what you like to see. That's the fun stuff to see from high school football. Not some of the extra pushing and shoving, but a big hit by Flemings on Blanks. And Blanks was shook up. The first thing he does when he gets up is show some respect to Flemings for that pop.
Orrin Harris did a pretty nice job moving the football on his first drive. He will be out again for his second. Late stages, second quarter. Do not know the game time as the scoreboard is out at North Shore. Plenty of time for Harris, rolling near side. He's going to take off and run, trying to get out of bounds, and will be tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on 1st down.
Well, we just saw our first stop by the North Shore defense, and there were a couple big plays during that defensive possession on both sides of the ball. Now Covington moved the football, but North Shore, as we said, just needs a few things to feel good about. They got a couple nice plays on defense there.
Harris harassed again, and it is another sack, as now the Covington pass rush getting to the quarterback, number 32, Ray Derensburg, on the sack, and it's another 3rd and long for North Shore.
Yeah, and that could have easily been a holding call right there. I think you saw a no call because the sack was inevitable.
3rd down and 23 for North Shore. Play action. Harris will step up, will roll far side, gets a block, cuts it upfield, and will now run. Needs to get a block, will not get it. Harris wanted a flag on the hit on the slide, but again, no flag flies, except for one that was thrown in the backfield, which will most likely go against North Shore.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what this call is. Harris did give himself up and slide, and it was a bang shot right there. They do get the personal foul call. That's going to be an illegal hands to the face personal foul. So a small break here for North Shore, as again, we don't know just how much time there is left in the first half. But certainly would be a welcome sight to put some more points on the board here.
First down and 10 at the Panther 49-yard line. Harris will drop, step up, clean block it, and will take off and run. Lowers his shoulder and is tackled at the 47-yard line. And at this point, every single hit, North Shore fans are asking for a flag. The last play, they might have had an argument. That time, I don't think they have much of one.
No, they don't. I've agreed with much of their discuss in the first half, but not on that one. That was a clean hit. Harris went down after. His momentum took him to the ground. There was nothing dirty about that play.
Harris is walking off, holding his right arm very gingerly as Walter Harris is back in the game at quarterback. And on first down, he'll look to run. Will throw it outside. Pass is complete to Tyler Powell, breaking 2 tackles, falling forward past the 45 to the 43-yard line. Third down upcoming for North Shore.
Well, you're seeing some of the potential here for this North Shore offense, and they're able to give him the quarterback, whether it's Orrin or Walter, a chance to move back there and get a pass off. It looks like we've reached the half.
We have reached the half. Very interesting way to end it. Hopefully we'll have the luxury of scoreboard time in the second. The score at halftime is the Covington Lions 35 and the North Shore Panthers 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the pride and the roar of Covington High, the Marching Lion Band. Introducing the drum majors of the Marching Lions, Kenzie Dawson, Olivia Gillen, Juwan Harris, and Justin Sutton. The Covington High School Marching Lions are going to take you down the road of one of the latest trends in music. They're going to combine 2 songs together in a mashup. They will combine Let's Get It Started by the Black Eyed Peas with The Kids Aren't Alright by Fall Out Boy. So here we go with Let's Get the Kids. The student leaders of the dance of Garland are Captain Alexius Randall, co-captains Alyssa Arnold, Lieutenants Katie Keene, Alyssa Long, and Rebecca Smith. The student leaders of the Golden Silks are Captains Victoria Perilou and Lindsay Sachs. Lieutenant is Beth Lee. We continue our halftime show with the White Stripes hit, Seven Nation Army.
All the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.
Tonight, the band presents the fourth movement of our 2015 competition show, Icarus. Please join me in welcoming the Panther Pride Marching Band.
Welcome back to the jungle at North Shore High School. Devin Jenkins gets the second half underway. Fielded inside the 5 by DJ Myers. Myers will be tripped up and tackled at the 17-yard line.
I tell you, Myers either thought that he had stepped out of bounds or that he was in the end zone. He stopped. He stopped and looked down and realized he was at the 10-yard line and then took off. He was not aware of where he was on the field just now. It's amazing he got positive yardage at all.
So North Shore, at this point, looking to get back in the game, but at this point, mostly moral victories for the Panthers. And Covington looking to keep the intensity up with such a large lead, as it looks like the starters are still in for Covington defensively.
Yeah, you still see Carell Hollins at cornerback. We'll come back to that after this play.
On first down, it's a pitch to Matt Harvey, who has his longest run of the game, past the 20, near the 25 at the 23-yard line.
I was informed at halftime that the move for Hollins to corner was out of a necessity due to a defensive injury, that they felt like he was more valuable there. And clearly it was the right decision because, I mean, Alfaro has been great offensively in his place at quarterback.
Handoff to Harvey on second down, gets to the 25-yard line. The ball will come out late after Harvey is down. And also Tyson Blanks to add to some of those necessities defensively. Tyson Blanks is listed as a wide receiver, but he is starting at corner tonight as well for Covington and doing a fine job.
Yeah, you know, Coach Salter pointed out some of the offensive line injuries before the game. He didn't talk to us much about the defensive side of the ball, but clearly, you know, they're banged up all over. You've seen certainly a good effort by everybody on this Covington team.
On third down, Harvey gets the handoff, powers forward, and picks up the first down.
Well, we've seen that previously when we saw Harvey against Salmon, and that he is still very strong in the second half. Of course, in that game, the game was still in the balance. It played a big role. I don't know how much of a role that's going to play this evening, how long they can even afford to continue to feed Harvey the football. But again, clock management here, we're putting something positive together.
Harris will play action on the reverse. This is a throw downfield. What a throw from Harris. But number 14, Seth Collins, could not track it down. And I began to say that there was a hold on the edge. What looked like a blatant call. The referees did not see it that way. No flag. And it will be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, just a little bit of an overthrow there by Harris. We'll see what the play call is after 3 carries for Harvey for a first down. What do we get on 2nd and 10 here?
There'll be another throw. Harris has room up the middle, will take off. 35, past the 40, and ended at the 44-yard line. First down, a gain of 14. Tackle made by Markel Hollins, the first time that we've called his name on a tackle defensively tonight.
That was a nice tackle as well by Hollins as he flipped Harris over right there.
Hollins is a Nicholls State commit, so it'll be interesting as great an athlete as he is, what position he plays collegiately. This could possibly allow him to play defensive back based on the play that he's had tonight. Some of that game film will go up to the coaches at Nicholls. As just another first down for North Shore, as Taj Clements was on the reception that time and had some room to run upfield.
Yeah, and that's not uncommon for a guy like Hollins to be recruited. He's probably being recruited as an athlete, meaning they know that he can be a weapon somewhere on the field. It's just a matter of where. But I would say corner is certainly a possibility. He's showing the ability to come up and make tackles tonight. We've seen him a couple times in coverage do a good job as well. When he really doesn't work on it, I mean, he plays quarterback up until this point. So getting reps at that spot would be even better.
Clements in motion. It'll be a pass on a slant, and it is a dangerous pass that falls incomplete.
coverage on the play by number 84, Grayson Lloyd. Just an ill-advised throw from Harris that time. He's lucky it fell incomplete.
Yeah, we saw Harris just make a nice play with his feet, a play earlier, and still inconsistent when having to drop back and throw the ball as Harris tonight.
2nd down and 10. Pressure coming on the blitz. Harris throws it outside. Too much on that one. Looking for Blaine Moore. 3rd down and 10.
So the normal personnel on 3rd down this evening thus far for the Panthers has been for Harvey to check out in favor of Zavala, but we'll see Harvey stay in here on this 3rd down.
Most likely for blocking purposes there, as Harvey is a large body. Pistol formation, Borg in motion, play action. Harris in trouble and sacked. Justin, here we go, coach. Iko Namopoulos on the sack. And it is 4th down, and the punt team is on for Northshore.
Well done. I think every time he makes a play from now on, you say his name so well, I'm going to let you make it, make the comment from this point on.
Tyson Blanks back to receive. After this play, we're going to give you an update from a team around the parish that you might want to sit down for, as this one will head out of bounds and will be spotted at the 24-yard line. So here we go. You might want to catch your breath for this one, folks. The Fontainebleau Bulldogs are up by a score of 32-7 over Ponchatoula right now, in what will be the biggest win for Fontainebleau in many, many years. That is a huge win for that program in Chris Blocker's first year. Fontainebleau is showing recently that they're for real, and they could be a very dangerous playoff team. As on 1st down, Brumfield gets the carry. But coach, how about Fontainebleau? That, if you would have told me that that was the result of tonight's game, I would call you a liar.
Well, yeah, we saw them play a couple weeks ago against Mandeville, and you could see some of the potential there, but they looked like they were, a year away from putting things together. Defensively was where they had some of the struggles. They had some difficulty, dealing with the athleticism of Mandeville's offense, and Ponchatoula and Covington both very athletic offensively.
This pass is intercepted by Taj Clements, who is tackled out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Clements, who has had an excellent year at DB, makes another great play. And Northshore, their 3 points came off a turnover. They'll look to get some more points off their second forced turnover of the night right here.
Absolutely, and as we're speaking of athletes, that's exactly what Clements is. Clements is an athlete. That's why you see him have opportunities on both sides of the ball to make plays for this North Shore team. Just made a big one there. Hopefully give him a little bit of momentum and try and get some points on the board here.
Back to that Ponchatoula game, you wonder if Ponchatoula came into the season a bit overrated, as now they've lost some games in a row. They lost to St. Paul's last week and now getting blown out by Fontainebleau. Is it really that big of an upset with Fontainebleau improving and Ponchatoula maybe not as good as most people thought they were?
Yeah, well, and either way, what it really equates to for Fontainebleau is, they're a team that was poised to absolutely be a playoff team. Just a matter of, whether they'd be maybe a 20 seed, something like that. But now you're looking at a Fontainebleau team that's going to be in a position to have a home playoff game. We've got Fontainebleau next week at a Slidell, who Slidell was thought to be poised for a big year this year. They've had a rash of injuries. You got to think Fontainebleau is going to be favored in that game as well. Talking about an 8-win season potentially on the horizon for Fontainebleau in Coach Blocker's first year.
Harris showing some nice speed as he broke contain and was able to pick up the 1st down. And in the 2nd week of the season, it says that Walter Harris had a 4.4 40 time, and we just haven't seen that We don't think it's that fast, but he showed a good burst that time, and we haven't seen that burst really all season, as he's been unable to get outside the pocket much this year.
Yeah, I don't think we see 4.4 there, but we see speed. He's able to make a nice play. And again, you're putting a couple plays together here. That interception gives him some momentum. And look who we find right here.
It is Taj Clements falling forward inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. It'll be second down. No gain on first.
One of the challenges that Coach Berg is going to have next year when Clements is a senior is exactly how to utilize him, because he's potentially their most dangerous weapon on both sides of the football. Managing his snaps on both sides is got to be a challenge.
Harris will throw to the end zone. Miscommunication, looking for Tyler Powell.
Well, you know, Powell broke back inside right there. Harris threw the ball really early, and that's what we've seen is the timing has just been off on most of these pass plays by the Panthers.
Northshore has an extremely talented receiving corps with Clements, Powell, and DJ Myers, but with Walter Harris at quarterback, he's just been unable to get the ball in their hands, unfortunately, and I feel like that's why Northshore has struggled on offense really every game this year besides last week at Hammond. They were able to put up a 38 spot.
Yeah, I think you just see Harris pressing a little bit. If he could just calm himself down and take his time. He's proven at points he's capable of making big throws. He's certainly a capable athlete back there. But sometimes, you know, the speed of this game can just overwhelm you in the pocket, and then when you find yourself down by a big margin, you're trying to do too much. Look, nobody's got a 32-point play in their playbook, I can promise you that. So you need to just take it one snap at a time and try and gather yourself back there in the pocket if you're Harris.
No gain for Matt Harvey on third down. On fourth down, pass over the middle. No flag flies. It looked like number 43, Matthew Thompson, got there a bit early on Blaine Berg. Referees did not see it that way. Shy of the sticks on the Berg reception. And the Northshore defense is back on the field following the turnover on downs.
Well, again, right there you see Harris sets his feet, takes his time on that quick throw. It's a nice catch by Berg, and Harris put the ball on the money right there. Just too little, too late here for the North Shore offense. After making that big stop with the interception, the defense is back out on the field here. And from what we've seen, they're going to need another big play like that to slow this offense down at Covington, because we haven't seen them consistently stop the run. And, you know, you see Brumfield back out there.
Handle on first down. Nice block on the edge from Brumfield, turning it upfield to Schneckschneider past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
That's one of the things you can really appreciate from this Covington football team is a lot of times you see Schneckschneider blocking for Brumfield. It's refreshing to see it work both ways. Brumfield lays a nice block there for Schneckschneider. As we've seen, Schneckschneider is not your typical fullback here either. He has got some speed himself, and he has shown it at times this evening.
This time Brumfield stopped for only a gain of 2 on the play.
Well, you can credit the North Shore sand pit in the middle of the field at the 25-yard line for that tackle, slowing down Brumfield.
Assisting with the sand pit was Justin Showalter on the stop. Second down, and they'll call it 7. Handoff Brumfield one more time, and North Shore finally getting a push on their D-line, something that has just not been there tonight. Stop made at the line of scrimmage, and it is third down.
Now this is where Covington has been most problematic for North Shore this evening. That is third and long situations, as Alfaro has sat back there and picked the secondary apart in third and long. See what he does here.
He will throw. Alfaro over the middle, incomplete, too high for number 15, Mason Salona.
Yeah, that pass is kind of in between Salona and Batiste. Not sure who the intended receiver was, as Batiste was deep on that play. So just as we dote on the third and long capabilities of this Covington offense. They fall short on that third down, and we see them punting for only, I believe, only the second time this evening.
Taj Clements back deep to receive. High snap was taken in, and a booming punt. Clements back to his own 20. The ball will take a North Shore bounce and stays on a rope at the 20-yard line. What a punt from number 36, Adam Pennington.
That's exactly what Covington needed right there to kind of deflate this bit of momentum, I guess you would say, that North Shore has created, and especially with Clemens back there to receive that punt. He's the last guy you want to see the ball in the hands of right now if you're Covington, because he's one of the few guys on this team that's capable of making a big play.
So for the North Shore Panthers, looking ahead to weeks 9 and 10, they'll be 2-6 following tonight's loss. Their 2 wins are over the Salmon Spartans and the Hammond Tornadoes, who are 2 of the lower-ranked teams in Class 4A, so there's not a lot of help in terms of power rankings for North Shore. They'll most likely have to win out from this point in order to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think that that's not going to be enough, because the 2 games that they have left, one is Ponchatoula, who we see Fontainebleau taking it to Ponchatoula tonight, but I still don't think it's a very good matchup for North Shore next week. It's going to be a tough one. And then week 10, we'll be back here for North Shore and Slidell, and I think North Shore's got a great opportunity to win that game, but Slidell has been so banged up this year. They have so few wins that even a victory over that Slidell team, power points wise, is not going to help North Shore enough to get them into the playoffs. I think that their playoff hopes hinged upon, you know, a must win here tonight, and then still needing a pretty considerable amount of help.
Nice run from Matt Harvey there, out to the 32-yard line, and it will pick up another North Shore first down.
And we see those strong legs of Harvey being effective again late in the game here, just as he's been all year, just unfortunately in an effort where the margin is just too big.
About 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Neither team has scored in the quarter. 35-3 Covington on top of North Shore. First down, Harris play action, pump fakes, will try to take off and run, loses his footing, and falls forward to the 35-yard line. A gain of 3 on first down.
It looked like they were looking again for that quick slant. That was one of the passes on the last drive on 4th down that Harris did complete successfully to Blaine Berg. Those are the passes that I think that they've got to be looking to the most right now in passing situation, are short drops for Harris to get the ball out of his hands quickly, as 3- and 5-step drops have not been successful for him tonight.
Collins will run. That was Harris trying to utilize his legs much more in the second half. I just don't think he's very confident in the pocket.
Yeah, I think you're right, John. Like we said before, some of the speed of the game, I think, is just a little bit too much for those guys in the pocket right now.
We'll see if North Shore gets another playoff. We're down to 7 seconds in the quarter. Confusion from Covington defensively. It will not matter, though, as the clock hits 0. And at the end of 3, there's 1 quarter remaining from the jungle. The score is the Covington Lions 35 and the North Shore Panthers 3.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
Start of the fourth quarter here from Northshore High School. Northshore Panthers with the football with a 3rd and 6 facing them. Harris will drop, and he is now dropped. Again, it is DeRay Darensburg on the stop, the 6-foot, 210-pound senior. And yet again, it is another Northshore punt upcoming.
Yeah, it's not like it's one guy getting in the backfield. Now you got 3 guys on a consistent basis bringing Harris down. Harris could have 3-4 speed and it wouldn't matter at this point because he is just being outmanned in the backfield.
Lovett has had a nice game punting tonight for Northshore. We'll see if that continues here on the rugby style punt. It is high. It will not be fielded by Tyson Blanks. And again, it takes another nice Panther bounce down to the 30.5-yard line.
Down by number 44, Jacob Dowden.
Jacob Dowden downs the ball. And the North Shore defense that has held Covington scoreless in the second half has this to build on. You definitely, if you're North Shore, do not want to give up that momentum that you might be able to carry into next week. These are still the Covington starters on offense, and you've held them scoreless for a quarter, and you're hoping to hold them scoreless for an entire half.
Yeah, and as we talk about next week's matchup for North Shore.
As Schnecksnyder runs around the edge and picks up 13 and another first down to the 44-yard line.
And North Shore is going to be looking at Ponchatoula next week, who is trailing now 35-7 to Fontainebleau. And not having seen Ponchatoula play this year, we know that they have some speed and they're able to get outside. But the Fontainebleau defense is not one that certainly is built on speed. If they're able to contain Ponch tonight, then you'd think Coach Berg is going to hopefully get some film on that.
Second down, Brumfield crosses the 45 to the 46-yard line.
And for Covington, looking like a victory tonight is going to get them to 4-4 with Hammond next week. Hammond not only is winless, but is had trouble scoring this year. You got to figure Covington's going to handle Hammond next week to go to 5-4 and then have a huge matchup week 10 with Mandeville.
Brumfield breaks contain and a tackle across the 45 to the 42-yard line.
And this victory, if they can pull out a victory next week against Hammond, probably get Covington into the playoffs. A win against Mandeville would be a huge PowerPoint boost. I don't know if it would be enough to get them a home game at 6-4, but it would certainly get them out of that 30 and 20, late 20 area, which you don't want to be.
Schneckschneider gets the carry. And something that's going to help Covington is definitely their non-district strength of schedule. Even though they may have lost some games, that strength of schedule is going to help them in the power rankings because the teams they lost to are only losing an average of 2 or 3 games all season.
Yeah, and the other thing is, we've talked about some of their injuries. We don't know how severe they are. If they're going to get healthy in the next 2 or 3 weeks for playoff time, this is a football team that beat Franklinton, who's one of the best 4A teams in the state, and they played really well against Franklinton, and so the pieces are all there for this Covington team if they can get healthy. And we see a late flag here come in at the end of this play. Again, a theme we've seen all year long with these in-parish rivalry type games, whether it's big rivalries or just in-district games. Things get a little bit unsportsmanlike. Though you don't normally see that against the team who's up 35-3 in the fourth quarter.
And something to note from Covington, even if they are a high 20, lower 30 seed, they're one of those teams that if they get in the playoffs, they are very dangerous. They won 2 road games in the playoffs last year as a 25 or 26 seed and almost pulled an upset against West Monroe in the quarterfinal round. So they're one of those teams that even though their seed might not be that great, they're always a threat come playoff time.
Absolutely, yeah, because they play in this battle-tested district here. So I don't want to see Covington if I'm a top 10 team.
A beautiful throw from Alfaro. It gets the first down, but it might be coming back as there is a flag on the near side. Pass was complete to Tyson Blanks. And it will be a hold against Covington, so the Lions will have to replay third down. But if you're North Shore, you just had Covington in a 3rd and 15, and Blanks ran wide open over the middle of the field, and no one picked him up for what would have been a first down had the flag not been called.
Yeah, one of the strengths of this North Shore defense in talking to their coaching staff, they believe, is these young secondary backs they have, but they have certainly been challenged tonight. And I can tell you part of it is definitely the fact that they thought they were going to see a run-heavy offense from Covington tonight, and that's not been the only feature with Alfaro back there at quarterback.
Brumfield gets the carry on third down and picks up a few yards. Will not be near a first down. And it is another punting situation for Covington as Adam Pennington is on and Taj Clements is back deep for North Shore.
Yeah, the other thing is making Covington that much more dangerous in the playoffs is this new kind of wrinkle and development they have on offense, this passing game.
Clements is going to let this one roll and will pick it up late and pays the price for it. Stop made by Adam Day. As it was a dangerous play from Clements. He looked to catch the Covington special teams off guard. It just didn't work that time.
Yeah, that's a play that if it's a 12-6 game, you don't want to see Clements making, but right now, 35-3, there's nothing wrong with taking a chance right now. Being the athlete he is, worst case scenario is he gets popped and fumbles it, and you give the offense the ball back for Covington, but you're down 35-3. Best case scenario is you catch him off guard and you pop one. Admire the effort by Clements to try and make something positive happen there. As we'll see if this North Shore offense can find the end zone in the last 7+ here to finish this game off with some sort of a positive feel going into what's going to be a deflated Ponchatoula team next week.
Play action on first down. Harris over the middle, complete to DJ Myers, out past the 35 to the 37-yard line.
And again, that's the pass that we've seen Harris make with a lot of success. It's not even a 3-step drop. I mean, it's a short, quick get the ball out of his hands. He's in a rush to get the ball out of his hands on his deep snaps anyway. See more of that from him.
Another pass. Diving effort. Looked like this ball hit the turf. And it did. Looking for Myers one more time was Harris. 2nd and 10.
But again, that pass wasn't that far off right there. Seen a little bit of life out of Harris here. After those two passes, he looks like he's a little bit more comfortable. Might give him a couple more opportunities here to throw the ball, as we've seen some adjustments and some substitutions in the secondary by Covington as well, which should certainly help him out a little bit.
2nd and 10, play action. Harris stepping up, throwing, sliding catch caught, incomplete. Very late call as the referee ran in and ruled that the Taj Clements catch was all for naught. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I don't think he caught that ball. You had multiple officials come in immediately waving it incomplete, so you got to figure that it was not.
3rd down and 10. 6:28 to go in the 4th quarter. North Shore trailing Covington 35-3. Play action. Harris stepping up, throwing. Clements with a nice reception, turning it upfield, and will have the first down out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Well, it's still fun to watch number 25 play on the offensive side of the ball for North Shore.
So North Shore, who has moved the ball well in the second half, has just not been able to finish drives and put up some points. Looking for a moral victory here in the last half of this fourth quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
And we were talking about Slidell earlier. They trail 37-7 right now, late in their game against St. Paul's.
There's the speed from Harris, breaking a tackle and lowering the shoulder to the 28-yard line. Tackle made by Dominic Brown. And that's something that we haven't seen from North Shore. And I've been wondering all year why we haven't, with Harris being the athlete that he is. They haven't called many plays that have allowed him to get outside of the pocket and use his legs to make plays.
Yeah, well, I think one of the reasons, too, he looks a little bit sharper right now is who he's facing as far as defense goes. He's got Clements open now. Good pass.
Clements will make a man miss inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. And that was a nice play from Harris as he was able to get outside the pocket. And instead of taking off and running, he drew in the defender that was covering Clements and dumped it off to him wide open. He was able to turn up the field and get some extra yardage.
And you see some of these substitutions that have taken place on the defensive side of the ball for Covington. You got some guys that don't move quite as sharply as their starters do. So that gives Harris a little bit more time to be settled back there. The pass rush is not nearly as intense right now. He feels more comfortable. And look, you got Clements and Harvey, who are, 5A varsity football players playing against some JV guys right now. You expect them to be hopefully effective, and maybe they can punch one in here.
Harvey on 1st down got back to the line of scrimmage. It will be 2nd down and goal as the clock runs. We're down to 4.5 minutes in this one.
We have a homecoming update from Salmon as well. They lead 14-0 against Jules Sumner as Salmon looks to keep slim playoff hopes alive themselves. What looks to be a 2nd consecutive victory for them, with LaRanger and Lakeshore left on the schedule.
Harris is rolling near side. He throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Ethan Swan. Swan got behind the defense, but Harris put a little too much on that one.
Well, the best thing that happened there was Harris threw it out the back of the end zone. Nobody else could get to it. Let's see what the call is here on 3rd and 6.
Most likely 4-down territory for
yeah.
North Shore at this point.
No point in taking a shot at a field goal here. They got to score a touchdown. Field goal is not even a moral victory.
Harris in the gun. He'll throw for it. Slant route to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown North Shore. Touchdown Tyler Powell. North Shore scores their first touchdown of the evening. But as you can hear, the crowd still very much into it here in Slidell.
Well, that's a credit to this North Shore program and to these parents and fans that they're still here. They're still cheering these young men on. And look, they're competing. They're a little bit outmanned tonight. And they're still giving it their best effort, and they're still getting support from their fan base.
Extra point from Christian Garcia is up and good. And with 4:04 to go, North Shore finally gets into the end zone. But Covington still leads. The score is the Covington Lions 35 and the North Shore Panthers 10. Christian Garcia will kick this one off, and it will be fielded inside the 10. Looking for some room is Dominic Brown, and that room is never found. Across the 25 to the 27-yard line in Covington, as there is a little bit of extracurricular activity. Nothing comes of it. Covington will look to run out the last 3 minutes and 55 seconds, and we will see if Josh Alfaro will come back out on offense.
We see much, if not all, of the starters remaining out there on defense for North Shore, trying to ensure that they do not give up any points in the second half, which again we talked about would be somewhat of a victory for this North Shore team.
So Alfaro, who is the backup for this team, although he did start, fumbles the football and falls on it himself. So that is why he is still in there, but he is the only starter remaining on the field for Covington offensively.
Yeah, I don't know that they have another quarterback that they would feel comfortable putting. I'm sure they have another quarterback on the roster, but not that they would feel comfortable putting in this situation. You're not going to air it out with a young kid, and this is your young kid.
There are 5 quarterbacks listed on the roster, as this is a handoff to number 54. We do not have a 54 on the Covington roster.
Not on the roster.
So 5 quarterbacks listed. The others, besides Alfaro and Hollins, are Alonje Earlycut, who is a starting wide receiver, Thomas Johnson and Austin Russell are the other 2 who have not seen action tonight. But you want to get as many reps for Alfaro as you can, as he still has taken second team snaps basically all year for this team. You want to get him as much experience as he can, because it looks like he's going to be your quarterback moving forward for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, and again, we don't know what the injury is in the secondary for Covington that forced them to move Hollins back there. It could be something that's substantial enough to keep Hollins on the defensive side of the ball.
On 3rd down and long, Covington will run the football, and Northshore is going to be able to get their offense on the field one more time, as a timeout is called by Northshore, their first, with 2:07 to go in this one. So that'll just stop the clock, and the Northshore punt return team is on, as Taj Clements is back to receive. But before we do, we will take a short break. 2:07 to go, 4th quarter. It's Covington 35 and Northshore 10. Taj Clements back deep to receive the Covington punt, which will be made by Adam Pennington. And that is actually DJ Myers, who is tackled quickly. Gets about 2 yards on the return, and we are down to inside 2 minutes. So North Shore's offense will get one last crack at putting some points on the board and making this score look a lot closer than it really is tonight. As Covington, even though they did not score at all in the second half, when they were at their highest point in this game in the first half, they ran all over this North Shore defense. Second half, they really just cut back and mainstreamed to just a running attack. But in that first half, they looked almost unstoppable.
Yeah, they were very effective throwing the ball on 3rd and long. A few times that North Shore did put them in those situations in the first half, and we've seen them run the ball more on 3rd down here in the second half just to eat up clock than they have tried to throw.
Harris will be in the shotgun, and he'll drop to pass. Good blocking. Throw over the middle is caught. Across the 40, inside the 35, and spun down the 32, and a dangerous play there as Myers rolled into the leg of Blaine Borg. Fortunately, Borg able to get up. DJ Myers showing some promise in the second half at wideout for North Shore.
Yeah, and again, it's been that slant route that has been most successful for Harris here.
He'll flow it up. He's got Tyler Powell open, and Powell let a touchdown slip right through his hands, as that was one of the nicer passes that Harris has made tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was just about to say, is he has struggled throwing that deep ball with a little bit of touch. That one was a very nice ball, though. Just crept up too quickly on Powell there. He wasn't able to bring it in. Won't be surprised if we see him go to a similar call here again, or look for the slant again.
They will look at the same play. Powell cannot hang on to this one either, but it was a great play defensively by number 23, Dominic Brown.
Yeah, that was a big-time play by Brown right there. Made contact right as the ball got to Powell's hands. Powell went up to catch that one. Looked like he was going to come down with a nice athletic grab.
3rd down and 10 for the Panthers with 1:33 to play. Harris looking for a slant route, throws the curl to Taj Clemens, who cuts it upfield, and that's the 1st down, out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Clemens there again. He's been a small bright spot this evening for this North Shore Panther offense and defense and special teams, as he's been successful returning punts, had an interception on the defensive side of the ball, and has been their most consistent weapon receiving the ball on offense.
Harris with a nice throw outside, making a man miss is Tyler Powell, who is spun out of bounds by the shoulder of his jersey. Dominic Brown on the stop, and Harris showed good arm strength that time to get the ball across the field to Powell.
Yeah, he did, and again, Harris has shown some nice ability making those throws across the field. It's been the touch throws that are giving him some trouble, but then Powell shows he's capable of some shifty moves right there if he can get the ball in his hands.
It's a gain of 9 on 1st down, 2nd down and 1 from the 6-yard line. Harris on the handoff to Harvey, and Harvey finds the end zone. Touchdown from 6 yards out. Touchdown for Matt Harvey, and North Shore scores their 2nd touchdown in as many drives.
I'm glad to see Harvey get a touchdown there, but he is gingerly coming off to the sideline here, and you hope that he just maybe twisted or tweaked an ankle there and it's nothing serious. But he's a guy who just carries the load week in and week out for this Panther offense.
Extra point from Christian Garcia is up and good, and with 1:13 to play, North Shore continues to cut into the lead. The score is now the Covington Lions 35 and the North Shore Panthers 17. North Shore will attempt the onside kick to try to keep their slim hopes alive, and the ball is loose, and North Shore has the football. North Shore has the football. Prince Lobo recovered it for the Panthers, and with 1:13 to go, there is a heartbeat for North Shore.
Well, you know, we just talked about trying to build on something and put some positive plays together so you could look back and say you did this and did that and accomplish something even in the defeat. But right now, obviously, the chances are not good, but it's not impossible at this point, as we've seen Harris finally settle in the pocket throwing the football. But you notice if you look closely on the defensive side of the ball that Covington has re-entered many of their first team defensive corners. As you see, Markel Holland's back in the game.
On 1st down, Harris will drop to throw. Pressure coming off the edge. He steps up, and he, as he has been done most of the night, is dropped for a sack. DeRay Derensburg again with the sack.
Well, look, and that's the story of the game right there. You see North Shore with some positive things going on offense against that second team defensive line and secondary for Covington. Re-enter that first team, and immediately Harris goes down. The pressure is just unreal.
Harris takes off, and he's got plenty of running room. Tries to make a miss. Will lower his shoulder. Tackle the 22-yard line. The clock will stop momentarily for a 1st down.
And that's what you want to see more from Harris. Before it was, well, it's happening against the second team. That's against that first team pass rush right there. And that could have been something to keep them honest early in the game when they were getting so far in the backfield. Taking a lot of clock here, though, right now. North Shore, if they're trying to get on the board to end the game again here.
20 seconds to play.
Panthers have let 15 seconds run off before that play was snapped, and they're going to run the football, and unless a timeout is called, that will do it. And the Panthers will call a timeout. So Northshore tries to catch Covington off guard with that run. It does not work, and with 12 seconds to go, Northshore most likely only has one play remaining. Timeout Panthers. The score is Covington 35 and Northshore 17. Out of the timeout, 12 seconds to play. Walter Harris drops, blitz coming. Throwing to the end zone for Blaine Borg, and the pass is incomplete. Coverage on the play by Markel Hollins, who almost had an interception. And with 7 seconds to play, we will most likely just have one play remaining in this one. Possibly two. It is 3rd down and 12 for Northshore.
Yeah, Blaine Berg's an athletic kid, goes up to try and make that play, but he's 5'7" on his best day, and that's a tough matchup for that young man with Hollins over there.
3rd down and 12. Harris will drop. Pressure coming. Throw is caught and held on to with 1 second remaining. Timeout Northshore. Stop made by Adam Day on the reception to DJ Myers, who has had a nice second half. 1 second left, and Northshore has one play remaining. So if Northshore can get on the board, even if they can't, they've made this score very respectable after what was a poor showing in the first half. They just ran out of time in this one, coaches. They really have gotten this offense and defense going. A scoreless second half from their defense, and the offense has scored 14 points, looking to make it 21 here, as there is going to be 1 second left on the clock in this game. So looking ahead, Northshore will fall to 2-6 on the season. Covington will improve to 4-4, as they are one of the best 4-4 teams that you're going to find in the state of Louisiana. They have just run into a very, very tough schedule, but they get back on track tonight, as they will improve to 4-4 on the year. Northshore needs to win out, and then they're going to need some help as they look to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, and again, you're seeing Covington find some new things on offense, and with Markel Hollins on defense, a new cover corner for them.
1 second remaining and one play remaining. Berg in motion. Harris to the end zone, incomplete. No flag, and that will do it in this one. Northshore fights back to put 2 touchdowns on the board in the second half, but the Covington first half is just too much to handle. The final score from the jungle at Northshore High School is the Covington Lions 35 and the Northshore Panthers 17. We'd like to thank the people that brought you tonight's game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Foles, director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Swain, cameraman tonight, John Harrison, alongside me, Coach Bill Gallagher. I'm John Sartori. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.